You can watch the Streamer Spotlight series live on Twitch Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Twitch.tv/TIGHEFIGHTERX1. That's twitch.tv/TIEFighterX1.
Peasants.
What is up? I am TIE Fighter X1, and welcome to another edition of the Streamer Spotlight series. Tonight is episode 13, which is also my favorite number in case you did not know. If this is your first show, we're going to start out with some Twitch news, some streaming news, and then we will get to know our guest tonight, which is VaJaJay80. She's one of my favorite streamers. She is absolutely hilarious. She's got the mouth of a sailor. We've asked her to tone that down tonight. And she's got the most infectious giggle that I've ever heard in my life. So she's an Xbox console streamer. She plays mostly Overwatch and Dead by Daylight, which is a lot of fun. So tonight we'll talk about her, how she got started, what streaming advice she has for other streamers, especially ones that are just getting started. But first, let's watch a little bit of Twitch news. That's not where I wanted to go either.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah,
What you doing?
I'm making moves.
Benji misses you.
Oh, hi, Benji.
So we will talk about that in just a minute, but first I would like to introduce my guest tonight, the lovely, beautiful VaJaJay80. But from here on out, we'll call her Jay, which is my nickname I gave her, and then other people call you JJ, I believe.
Yeah.
So if you just want to talk a little bit about yourself, who you are, and when you stream.
I am an old lady gamer, I would say, but I've been gaming since I was really little. I had an Atari. That was my first console, so I grew up playing games. And I mean, right now I'm a server. I have two kids. They're 8 and 18. My son's going to college next year, and married. Not very exciting, not really.
You're actually streaming from your son's room, right? That's why
I am.
he's
I am. You
a
can
senior in
tell.
high school. So that's why the mess is behind her, ladies and gentlemen. So so we'll talk more about you here in just a few minutes. But first, let's go over some streaming news, if you don't mind. So we saw in the beginning of the video that Shroud has left Twitch for Mixer.
Mhm.
Sorry, I was pushing a button. I can only do one thing at once. Shroud's left Twitch for Mixer. Shroud is mostly a PUBG. He got his fame from Counter-Strike. But he's a pretty big streamer on Twitch. Not only Shroud, but I pronounced this like so many times in my head before the stream, but it's like Gothalon is a popular Destiny streamer. It looks like Gothalion, but he's a popular Destiny streamer. He announced on Twitter about 9 hours ago that he's also exclusively going to Mixer. So it looks like Mixer is aiming to get the bigger stars of Twitch to move over. Shroud previously stated he wouldn't go to Mixer for less than $50 million. So I don't know how much he actually got, but I'm sure it was a lot of money. What do you think of the news? Why do you think they are going over? And who do you think is going to be the next big star to move over?
I I wouldn't know who would maybe be the next star, but I know Mixer is in the news all the time now. I mean, they're trying to make power moves, and as many people as they can get to come over. I mean, it's definitely beneficial. But I know a lot of smaller streamers who've made the move over to Mixer as well, and they've had a lot of success. So, I mean, I guess, I mean, I think for them it probably is more money motivated, but I think Mixer is just a brand new platform that you can start fresh and see if that's what suits you. I mean, I when I first ever streamed, it was on Mixer, so I mean just maybe once or twice, but it's totally different. And but I see so many people making the move now.
Well, it's a little bit
Um,
easier for you because you are a Xbox console streamer too, right?
mhm,
So
yes.
being able to, Beam was the first thing that was actually already integrated with the Xbox. So it probably was a lot easier for that
Yes.
side, right?
It
And
was.
next big star to move over, who do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be Doctor Disrespect? Is it going to be Pokimane?
Oh gosh. I have no idea.
Is it going to be VaJaJay80?
I I'll tell you honestly, I spend most of my time watching, you guys and smaller, streamers that I know personally. So, unfortunately, I don't think I've ever seen a Ninja or Shroud stream. I've heard of them, but I've never watched them.
Awesome. All right. So the next piece of news that we have is Twitch premieres are leaving the platform on November 12th. In case you don't know what Twitch premieres are, it's a way for people to publish a video to Twitch and have it go live at a certain time. So like a post-recorded video. Also, commenting on VODs will be disabled on the same day, November 12th. Did you ever use premieres, and do you think this is even relevant?
I I would say I've never used premieres. I mean, I can see how they would be useful, but I don't think it doesn't strike me as that big a deal. What was the other thing other than the premieres? Oh, the commenting on VODs.
Yes.
I don't. I mean, it'll just I'll have less notifications that people commented on VODs that I have, I guess. So, but I don't. Yeah, I don't really see how it's relevant.
And it's funny because if you're a moderator of channels, you also get notifications that somebody commented on a VOD, and it's like,
Hmm.
how is this even relevant to me? Like,
Exactly.
there's. All right, so the Mexican Grand Prix from Formula One racing was broadcasted in multiple countries over the weekend through, or though not available in North America. Twitch continues to grab content outside of gaming onto the platform, and I think that's the way they're kind of battling Mixer as far as like Mixer taking away their top streamers, because now there's more content that's not just gaming on Twitch. So how do you feel about them getting other content on the platform, and how will that help overall?
Uh, I mean, I think at this point, I don't think Twitch is really, I mean, hurting or, I mean, a lot of people are jumping ship, but I mean, there are a lot of loyalists, but I mean, as much as they can do or add into it would be great. I mean, I don't think Twitch is perfect, but I think, things that need to be worked on will probably get a little bit more attention now, maybe.
Awesome. So have you heard of the live streaming platform Caffeine?
I have not.
Okay, so it's another live streaming platform. It's set to launch to the public later this year, but has signed Offset. Do you know who Offset is?
I've heard of him.
He's best known as Cardi B's husband, but he's also part of the hip hop group Migos. He's set to stream every Sunday night starting tonight on the platform, as well as host a bi-weekly variety show called Bet with Set. Is there room for another live streaming platform with Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, and DLive already out there?
I think it'd have to bring a whole lot to the table for anybody to make that jump. I mean, it might get a lot of views, but and I mean, maybe for people that are just starting out, who watch those like tonight, watch the streams. I mean, they may be inclined to stream on it, but I mean, it's going to take a lot. I mean, everything else is so established, Twitch and Mixer, everything, YouTube. It'll be tough to compete with it, I think.
Yeah. I feel like a competition is extremely good for like Twitch and Mixer, but when you saturate the market, that's when people start losing interest in it as well. Feel the same, or so
Yes.
you feel like there's too many options?
Yes, I mean, then that's exactly it. I mean, I have having people that you watch on Twitch and Mixer for me. I mean, it's that almost that is too much. I don't have enough time. But a whole nother streaming. I don't know. Um, I don't think it's gonna. I mean, well, what do I know? But I don't think it's gonna be.
Well, this show is literally about your opinions, so
Yeah. So that's it. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I haven't heard of it. I'm gonna look it up, and I definitely want to do some more research on it. But I mean, as you said, there's just so many platforms out there. I mean, I'm sure it won't be the last one to be introduced, but I mean, it would have to be something pretty amazing to gain the attention that Twitch and Mixer have already.
agreed. And last piece of news, I forgot to look up YouTube news this evening, so I do apologize about that. But the last piece of Mixer / Twitch news / streaming platform news, I guess. Fortnite's Black Hole event was watched by more than 1.7 million people on Twitch. 50.7 million minutes were watched, as well as 42.8 million views on Twitter. And then on YouTube, 4.3 million concurrent viewers across all channels. Did you tune in to the black hole, or how do you feel about so many people watching a black screen? And do you think this is going to bring Fortnite back to being relevant again?
I didn't watch it, but I'm going to tell you that it was absolutely brilliant. I mean, it got it was everywhere. I mean, it's what everybody talked about, and while I don't think that Fortnite was ever not relevant because it's huge, I think that I mean, I know people that started playing it after that because of that whole stunt, and I even considered downloading it. Considered, I didn't do it, but but I think it was brilliant. I was absolutely brilliant.
All right, so well, I mean, you play Realm, right? So Realm is a battle royal, and I know that you have PUBG downloaded, but you don't play it very often. You haven't learned the mechanics of that game. So, but what is why do you not like Fortnite compared to the those other two games, those other two battle royal?
With a lot of other people, the whole the building thing, I don't quite understand. I'm sure it's fun. I'm sure if I sat down and I played it, really like played it. I mean, like I said, I love Realm Royale. That's actually the first battle royale game I really ever played, and loved it. And I think I played Fortnite maybe once, and I don't know. But PUBG, dude, I'm so bad. PUBG, I'm just waiting for you to teach me how to play PUBG.
Yep, we're gonna get you. Maybe
yeah.
next Friday.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just that whole building aspect. Everything else is pretty much, I feel like, the same all around, battle royales. I just don't understand that.
I will continue to say that Fortnite is the best game that I do not play because it keeps like I have nothing wrong with younger gamers, but it keeps them occupied and out of the servers that I actually enjoy. So it's the best game that I don't play.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
All right, so let's focus on you. How long have you been streaming? Why did you get into streaming? And what's your short-term and long-term goals with streaming?
I have only been streaming, I think, I want to say since maybe the end of last year, the beginning of this. It hasn't been very long, I know that. I something very weird about me. Growing up, I love watching other people play video games. It's just a thing. It's just something that I love to do. So when I was introduced to Twitch very late in life, I thought, well, this is the best thing ever because I just love watching people play video games. So um, I decided I wanted to do it. I played with this group, mostly from Europe, and a couple of them would stream on Mixer while I was at work, so I could just watch them play while I was there. And eventually I thought, I want to try that. I want to try streaming, but I didn't have a cam and I didn't know if anybody would really watch me or care that I was streaming. But the group that I was in at first, really supported, and they were the only ones there at first. But um, getting into Discord and meeting a lot of other streamers, and it's been pretty awesome. And I
Are you
realized
still
I
with
love to
that
do it.
group? The group
No,
that you started with? No. Okay.
no, no, I had a
Um,
falling.
that's unfortunate. So, how did you come up with your name? How did you become the JJ80?
Um, I had a friend probably 11 years ago who called me VaJaJay because my name is Virginia, so it was pretty close, and it kind of just stuck. And ever since then, if I ever made a character in any video game, it was always VaJaJay.
And then you chose Twitch as your streaming platform of choice because of
Um, when I first joined the Grizzly Nation, I everybody in there, streamed to Twitch, and that's well, like I said, I started on Mixer maybe once or twice, but I don't know, Twitch was comfortable. I liked it. I didn't have any issues with it, and I met, a lot of really, really good friends through Twitch. So,
So, do you want to talk about Grizzly Nation a little bit? Who they are, what they do?
yeah, Grizzly Nation, it's a great, great Discord community. Grizzly Andrew and Hell's Venom, they're a couple of the main people in that group, and they're just super supportive. I've met so many people through Grizzly, and every time I stream, they're always there. Someone's popping in, giving support, and they're awesome.
That's actually how we met, right? So, Almighty Taco Man was a member of Grizzly Nation. If you didn't see his interview, it was the first interview of the series, available on YouTube. But so you were hanging out in Almighty Taco Man's, and then we got to chatting in his chat room, and then you came over to my channel and result of that.
Mhm.
So how important is networking?
Oh, it's super, super important. It's about, finding other people who like the same games as you, who have, similar personalities, and then they can put up with your crap. And, um, the only reason, I even started out and had views and got to affiliate was because of Grizzly Nation, because of networking, supporting and doing whatever I could for other people. And in turn, they came and helped me as well.
Awesome, awesome. So you usually stream without a cam.
Hmm.
So, what are the pros and cons about streaming without a face cam? Like, is this the first time Twitch has seen you?
Yep.
Oh, I feel really special. So what made you decide not to use a face cam, and then what are the pros and cons about not using a face cam?
Um, well, at first, I don't really think that I have, well, other than maybe doing it through the phone. I stream through the Xbox app, so and I don't have all the stuff you need, I guess, um to do the cam. So I just started out without it. It is a it it's been okay. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback saying that, I'm entertaining without it, but um I've also seen a lot of talk where people say that they prefer not to watch people with cams, or where they prefer, yeah, not to watch people without cams, and they'd rather see faces, and it's discouraging. I want to do that eventually, but right now it's just not possible.
So I do know that Xbox has the capabilities of plugging even like so the most popular camera for streamers these days is the C920 from Logitech. And Xbox used to block all external webcams, but now they have actually opened that up so you can plug a Logitech C920 straight into your Xbox and actually use that as a webcam. So I'm not sure if you knew that or not. But it is a possibility going forward if you did want to use a webcam that you could do that. Also, streaming from the Xbox is kind of limited. But let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it's called Stream Lights or Stream. Lightstream Studio. So, unfortunately, it's mixer only. But any console streamers can use GoLightstreams.com. I just posted the link in chat. You can use GoLightstream to actually implement things into your stream so that you can have notifications and stuff while you're streaming straight from console. So if it's something that you've thought about doing, it is possible for you to have these pop-up notifications.
That would be awesome. Yes, that is. I'm forever jealous of people who have the amazing, notifications and everything pop up, and I want that. I definitely want that. I have so many ideas.
So, and what makes it even harder is you do have a PC, you have a laptop, but you use a Chromebook. It's not an actual PC, and I don't even think you can download OBS for Chromebook. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, you can't. None of that. Yeah, OBS. I think I tried, and it says that it's Windows based, so it won't let you do it.
So anything in the future, like what limitations do you face besides notifications? Right. What kind of limitations are you facing without having OBS or a PC to play games when you just strictly stream from console?
There are so many things that people do on stream. Like the beans, I would totally do something like that, but no one's going to want to do it if they can't see me eat the bean. You know what I mean?
Unless you have the sound effects that I do as well, right?
Well, yeah, that would happen for sure. But just things like that. I mean, I feel like when people see you, I mean, it's definitely different when you're in a stream and you can see the person when you can't. Sometimes it's better personal interaction when they can see you and see you react, and you're. I don't know. I understand it. I do, and I wish I had. I wish I was able to do that, but that's. I feel like I can't be as interactive with chat with people that are watching.
So are you going to buy a PC in the future maybe so that you can?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. Well, you know who to talk to help you get set up with all that. So some people call me Google. So, okay, Google, oh, I hope my phone doesn't go off. Oh, it did. I'm sorry. I was kidding. So you have an absolutely beautiful singing voice. How long have you been singing? What does music mean to you? And can we ever expect a Twitch sing stream from you?
I've been singing my whole life, pretty much. I didn't realize how much I love to do it until maybe junior high school or so, and then I've done a lot of singing since then. I go to karaoke whenever I can. I did do a Twitch sing stream, but my laptop crashed when I tried to do it. So yeah, I just need to get once I get a better laptop, then I won't do them exclusively, but I have a feeling that I will do more Twitch sings than anything else.
Nice. So you sent me a few videos the other day. Do you mind if we finish the stream off with maybe one of those videos?
Sure.
Put her on the spot. She can't say no.
Very sneaky. Very
sneaky. She's regretting that now. So what are some of the games you enjoy playing? What games do you look forward to coming out in the future? So in the VOD right now, we're watching you play some Dead by Daylight. Do you want to talk a little bit about your Dead by Daylight experience and how much fun you have playing that? And then just go into some of the other games you enjoy playing and what you're looking forward to coming out with, or what's coming out.
So Dead by Daylight is amazing. I actually started playing that as a break from Overwatch, and I just got hooked on it. I started playing it more than Overwatch. Eventually, it was pretty much the only thing I was playing for a while. But and I'm not even that good. Um, I'm just still trying to get in the single digits, but it's not happening. But Overwatch also probably my other main game. I've been playing that for a couple of years. And right now it's the Halloween event. It's my favorite time to play Overwatch because Junkenstein's Revenge is my favorite. And I play Realm Royale. I've started playing Friday the 13th because of you. I start. What else do I play right now? That's right now. That's all and I can't think of anything that's coming out, to be honest with you, that I've seen.
And I guess you're kind of limited because you only play console, right?
Right.
What about Cyberpunk? I believe that's coming out on Xbox. Are you looking forward to Cyberpunk?
Yes, I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Are there
For
any
sure.
games that you play like year after year? Like no matter, like, so for me, I'm a big football fan, right? And I have to buy Madden every single year, even though it's just a roster update. Are there any games like that?
Well, anything like the Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, that sort of thing, I usually look forward to. If let's see, every year though. I mean, we usually get the football. We get the Madden every year too. I do play every once in a while.
Oh yeah, you're a Madden player?
I I think I have. Well, I think we have Madden 19. I don't think or no, maybe 18. Which one is AB on the cover? That's the one we have right now. I think that was last year's.
Yeah, I want to say that's 19.
I think that's the one I have. It just doesn't get played that much.
That's amazing. I had no idea that you played Madden. That's phenomenal.
But
Elder Streams, Elder Streams. Elder Scrolls. What is your favorite game from them so far?
I liked Elder Scrolls, but Skyrim is something that I can just go back and play at any point, at any time. It's still probably my favorite. Although I re-downloaded Oblivion, which is really hard to play now. I don't know if once you get past like Skyrim and Elder Scrolls and you go back to Oblivion, the graphics are so questionable, but it is still very fun. It's the first game that really got me into that whole thing. But Skyrim is probably still my favorite.
Skyrim, awesome. Still waiting on Skyrim to come down in price so I can play it on the Switch for the first time. That was Red Fox 15 in chat. Don't forget the last 15 or so minutes, depending on how many questions we have. The JJ will answer all your questions as well. Make sure to tag Fighter X1 Gaming in chat when posting your question. So let's see. I lost my place because I'm trying to do multiple things at once. What do you feel makes good Twitch content? I love your giggle. Can we hear that one more time? What do you feel makes good Twitch content? So you bounce around stream to stream, or you hang out for hours with people. Who are your favorite streamers, and what makes you like watch them? Like, what's good Twitch content to you?
Well, you definitely. And
Oh, stop it.
MTG Snipes is another one. Juggernaut is also another one. But I love people who interact with chat and make you feel like you're as important as everybody else in there. So when I first got into Twitch and watching people play Twitch, MTG, it's MTG underscore snipes, but he was playing Dead by Daylight, and that was pretty much all I was playing at that time. And I mean, he was just so sweet and personable and made me feel very, very welcome. And I mean, we're still very, close. I still watch his streams to this day. It's that personality, and like, I mean, and you as well. Like, I do jump from stream to stream, but there are a couple people that I stay and I watch because you are hilarious. And again, you make everybody in the chat feel super important. So I try when I stream to do the same thing.
That's
It's,
amazing.
yeah.
Thank you so much for the compliment, like
Mhm.
making me blush. So how would you recommend to set yourself apart from other streamers then? Like, so if somebody's streaming on Twitch, what's going to help them get viewers? What's going to help them connect with chat like?
Well, especially people that just, they pop in because you're playing a certain game and then they follow you. They're just watching. If you want them to come back, you have to interact with them. I mean, I've had, a couple of people who just kind of wander into my stream and say hello, and I try to, ask some questions. Do you play the game? You just be yourself. You just, you want them to come back. You want them, I mean, you, I don't know, you want them to feel like you included them. I mean, that's what I look for when I go into a stream. So that's what I try to do. And to me, that's the most important thing, is that you really, look at your chat. Oh, this is my son.
Your son. And
But
Symphonic.
yeah, that is the most important thing.
Symphonic said in Twitch chat earlier he noticed a bass guitar behind you.
Oh, yep, that's my son's bass guitar, right? This one, I think. Do you
And
wanna
then
pick
there's
it up?
one over your other shoulder as well.
Because they can see all of your trash in here. That's why. Yes, but yeah, he's got quite a few actually. He is the musician.
Is that another bass guitar around your other shoulder?
Oh, this one is just an acoustic, I think.
Acoustic guitar. Acoustic bass
Hang
or
on.
acoustic?
I'm trying not to rip stuff out. Yeah, that's just an acoustic.
Awesome. So what advice would you have given yourself about streaming prior to you starting stream?
To not be so nervous. I get nervous still every time I go live. But I've learned the thing that I tell myself too is, no matter how down you're feeling, how tired you are, how just grumpy you are, streaming for me makes it better. And once I convince myself to actually hit that button and go live, I mean, it makes a world of difference because people come in and, they're so happy to see you. And, just getting over that initial hump, it, and I don't know how it is for everybody else, but for me, for sure, streaming just makes me feel a billion times better once I do it.
So I don't believe you've been taking a break lately, right? So, what is your streaming schedule usually like?
Usually I would try to stream. There was really no schedule, nothing. It was usually every night other than Tuesdays and Saturday nights, but and it usually was really late, like 12:30 Eastern time or AM. So I would stream in the middle of the night. But that's usually the thing. But now I'm going to be working overnights. So if I do stream, I'm going to try to do it maybe starting at 9. Oh, there's my cat.
Yeah, I see your cat.
But at 9 p.m. hopefully.
What's your cat's name? What is your cat's name?
Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So Twitch recently announced that they were changing the way that they considered viewers, and they're constantly battling, some of these lurking communities and stuff. So now, especially, you know, people are seeing their numbers drop when they stream. How do you what motivates you to stream when there are what appears to be nobody watching, especially when you're first starting and you're literally streaming for yourself? What motivates you to continue streaming at that point?
Just knowing that everybody that's in there is genuine, is there to see you. You don't have to question whether, are these people just they've got me tabbed, or it's that whoever is there is there for you. And I think that makes a world of difference. I used to really look at the numbers, and they used to be super important to me, but it got to the point where I just wanted to know that everybody who was there and watching me. So, if it said I had 50 people and 3 people were chatting, it felt pretty empty. So now I appreciate any numbers, anybody who's there.
Yeah. And that's a big thing, right? You could say you have 50 people, but it's pretty obvious when you only see 3 people chatting that they're not really there. So what's the importance of chatting in other people's streams when you are there? Not to say that lurking is not okay. If you're cleaning the kitchen and you want to have a stream up, that's one thing. But having 6 people tab all at once, do you want to show support that way, or do you want to make sure that you're supporting one person and at least them knowing that you're really supporting them?
Yeah, no, I know that sometimes you have to lurk, and that I totally get and understand. But if you're there, I mean, I would love for you to say something. I mean, I feel like it shows that genuine interest. You're there, you want to talk. When there's this huge conversation going on, it just makes me happy. I feel like people are there and enjoying themselves. And if I'm in a stream, I'm usually going to say something and talk, because I know how that feels. But yeah, the whole lurker thing, I know that's a sensitive subject. But
once again, it's your opinion, right? So this stream's about you. But if you don't want to give your opinion, then that's okay too.
Yeah, I don't mind it so much, but I don't just pop in my stream and say lurk and then don't ever come back.
Right.
I just feel, if you're
No, that's how I feel. Don't just tab me. If you're just tabbing me, that's doing nothing for me, because I'm not growing as a streamer. Even if my numbers are growing, I'm not growing. I'm not getting better as a streamer because you have me 6 tabs deep. You have to watch me. You have to help me interact. You have to tell me when my mic is muted, or things like that. So Red Fox 15 in chat says, "I feel targeted now." Symphonic with the dad joke. I mean, someone's got to keep tabs on you. Nice.
Oh.
Nice one. So I'm not sure how console streaming works. Can you tell me, can you see how many people are watching your Twitch stream while you're streaming on console?
Yeah. So when you hit go live or broadcast or whatever, there's a bar that pops up and you can see how many people are watching. You can see how long you've been broadcasting as well.
Is there a way to hide that information, or is it constantly on top of your screen while you're playing the game?
Yes, but you can move the bar around, which I've had to do a couple times, but I'm sure there's a way to get rid of it. I don't know. But I usually pay more attention because I'll have my laptop open up, next to me, more so for chat and seeing how many people are in there. So
you do watch the numbers while you're streaming. How does that make you feel? emotionally like when you're streaming? Like, if you got a good number count, or even just if you have three people, but you have three people chatting, like what's that like?
I'm just happy that somebody's there. I mean, there's usually, if I stream, there are people that are going to be there, that I can almost always count on just popping up and showing up. But seeing the numbers grow, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, knowing that people are watching me, and I mean, like I said, now I'm not going to put so much emphasis on the numbers like I used to, but I mean, you're still always going to look. You always want to
Right.
know how many people are there.
I think it's more important to look at the email that Twitch sends you at the end of your stream rather than looking
Hmm.
while you're streaming, because I mean that's what matters, right? If you're averaging three people compared, well, and you have to average three people to hit affiliate, right? So
Right.
that average is important, not necessarily maybe your peak number, because if you get a big raid and you have 200 people, but they all drop off
Hmm.
within minutes, then does it really matter at the end of the day? So what do you think about raids and hosts, and do you stick around for raids, or do you say hi and then you kind of go do your own thing? And as far as a console streamer, are raids even an option for you? Are you able to raid other channels when you're done with your stream, or no?
Yes. So I have Twitch open on my laptop, and I can go in, the dashboard settings, and I can raid. So that then usually I do that every time. Um, raids are great. I will stay around if I can, and I mean that's how I've met a couple different streamers, that I watch on a regular basis now, is because of raids. And rating is important. Like it's such an awesome thing when someone raids you. Bringing in people that have never seen you or met you or know anything about you, and you may gain followers, you may not, but it's still you're still getting people watching, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I love raids and hosts.
Amazing.
I mean, hosts are good. They can be great as well. Um, I mean, I have people that I think I auto host on mine, that like the people that I watch on a regular basis. But yeah, I love hosts and I love raids. I love raids.
So yeah, the big difference between raids and hosts is a
Hmm.
raid helps the streamer you're raiding, where the host more so supports the person that's actually hosting them. So if I'm hosting you, right, and you're live, more
Hmm.
than likely if somebody comes to my channel and they see you, they don't even have to click the button. Like, they can watch you from there. So that's why it
Hmm.
supports me. Like, I just have all this content on my channel. I don't have to go anywhere. So you know,
Yeah.
so yeah, I definitely think raids are way more important than hosts. But sometimes,
Yes.
like, you get the notifications that somebody rated you, but it says host, and it's like, well, I think they're just rating me.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah.
You'll get both of them. It'll say raid and host, and it's like, oh, okay.
It's kind of cool for me because I have like different notification for each one. So one of mine is like a raid can, like it's like the bug spray raid, and
Mhm.
it sprays on that. And the other one's like I'm opening the front door and letting somebody into my stream. So I like that it switches it up, because it's like, oh, now you get to see both notifications.
Yeah, the raid one is great.
So let's talk about technical issues. Talk about some issues you've had, some of the issues you've overcome, and how you've learned from them on the console side.
On the console side, I don't know if I haven't had that many issues, to be honest. I mean, really, I mean, the biggest thing I've run into is not being able to run anything off my laptop, which really sucked. But off of my, I mean, is it ideal to stream from my Xbox? Absolutely not. But I'd say more times than not, I've had no issues with it per se. I mean, people can usually hear me pretty good, and you know, picture is clear. Occasionally, I get lag, but not very often. I mean, I've had mostly positive experiences. streaming from the Xbox.
Yeah, it's pretty easy because you just click a button, right, and you're live no matter what.
Yep.
And then you don't use a face cam, so you don't have to worry about your camera being set up correctly. You literally just have to have your mic audio, and other than that, you're good to go, right?
Yep.
Maybe I'm doing this wrong, guys.
No.
So you are console, but yet you're still going to have hecklers come in, trolls come in and troll your chat. Even though you're a mature stream, you let a lot of stuff go. There's a lot of, adult references that fly in your chat room, but you've had to come across a few trolls that just was not okay. How do you handle those? And is it a bit harder on console because you got to like put the controller down and go over to the laptop and time them out, or do you have moderators?
No, I have moderators. So I've had maybe 3 trolls come into chat, and usually it's just, I mean, they'll say something really like something really racist or something out of the blue, and I'll take a shot at them, and then my moderators will take care of it. Usually I have really good mods, so yeah, I haven't had any kind of, not really anything super bad, but I mean,
But you take
I'll
shots at them.
I'll trade words with them for a minute, and then yeah.
You are not one to back down from a fight, I guess.
No.
What about anything you can tell people starting to stream? What advice would you give them? So, like a brand new streamer, they don't have a computer, they don't have OBS, they don't have a fancy mic. What is your advice to those people?
Well, when I started out, I mean, I didn't have a fancy mic really, and like I said, streaming straight from the Xbox. So, finding something that you love to play, and just doing it, just starting off. I mean, if you want to kind of budget for things like a better mic and stuff like that, but just get on. I mean, just stream, and have people critique you if need be. I mean, have people that watch and say, what did you like about it, what did you not like about it? I mean, I talk to a lot of people. Is there anything that I can do better? Is the cussing too much? Is it too explicit? Like, am I doing, yeah, but just starting and getting your groove and being yourself. I'm me on stream and off stream. That's, you're getting the real me. So, yeah, just have fun. And I mean, people will have fun with you. People will find you and watch you.
Amazing advice. So you said play what you want to play. So how important is that? Like finding the game that you want to play on stream. A lot of people, like we talked about Ninja earlier. We talked about Shroud. Those people that are now, on Mixer, they're going to have to play the new Microsoft games, whether how good or how bad they are. So let's talk a little bit about the whole just streaming what you want to stream, and what specific game you stream can make a difference in what your content is.
It makes a huge difference because I mean, it's for me. I love watching people who can play a game for the first time on stream. I think that's awesome. I can't do it. I mean, for me, it's just it's better to play something that I've been playing or I'm just comfortable with, because then I'm comfortable on stream, and then I don't feel like people are really focusing on everything that I'm doing wrong, I guess. But it can make a big difference.
And once again, you play. I'm just watching your VOD of Dead by Daylight over here, and you've taught me so much in that game. But like, how do you feel about backseat gaming? People coming in and like, oh, you should have done this or you should have did that. Why'd you do this?
But I mean, it might bother me a little bit, depending on how it comes across. I mean, I don't mind criticism. I mean, believe me, tell me what I did wrong so I can avoid it for for next time. Uh, yeah, as far as backseat gaming, I like, I'll go in and I'll add my, hey, next time this or focus on this, I mean, meaning no harm, just wanting you to be better. That's all.
Better than yesterday, right? So speaking of language, we had people in chat saying like you need to cuss more, like you were just talking about cussing. But they said unless Silly Tattoo Bear is there. Silly Tattoo Bear is, of course, she's a regular member of this community and a few other members of the Discord community. Much love to her. Exactly. So do you, if you know that there's certain people in your chat, do you start censoring yourself? And, or is it more important just to be genuinely who you are?
I haven't run into a lot of instances where I've had to really watch what I'm saying. I mean, for the most part, like I said, I know who's in the stream. But if I know it makes somebody uncomfortable, I can definitely try to dial it back. It's just I don't even know I'm doing it. It's very, very normal for me.
Sure.
And but I can definitely dial it back a little bit.
Well, I'm super glad that you've relaxed since the beginning of the stream. You look calm now, except for the fact that I called you out. You're like, oh shit, yeah, I was nervous. Oh no, oh I just cursed. Dang it. Sorry, Tetsu.
No, I'm good. I was very nervous. Like I said, this being on cam is very new to me, so.
But now you're ready to plug one up to your Xbox and start doing this more often than not, right?
We'll see.
We'll see.
Maybe.
All right, so this is the time that we turn the questions over to chat. It's about 10:15. We did get a slightly late start tonight. So we hope to go until about 10:30. So before we start asking chat their questions, make sure to tag Fighter X1 Gaming in your questions so we can keep track of them. But what will you play? What will you be playing on stream tonight?
I'm gonna be playing Overwatch because it's the Halloween event, so I'll probably play some Junkenstein's Revenge. And then I don't know. I haven't done competitive, so maybe I'll throw in a couple competitive games in as well.
And if nobody's watched Overwatch in the Twitch chat, kind of explain what Overwatch is to them.
Yeah, there are a lot of different characters. You've got your support, your tank, your tanks, and your DPS. So, you're a team of 6, and you basically play against another team. Usually you want a balanced team, but in Overwatch you don't get that very often. But I main support, so I'm usually a healer in that game. But there are,
so it's a first-person shooter?
Control maps. There are maps where you what do you call it? You have a, oh gosh, I'm like so blanking this. Payload. You escort a payload from one side of the map to the other. So there are a lot of different things. And then you've got arcade games, and there's a bunch of different spins. Like there's no gravity, where you jump really high, and you have Total Mayhem, where there's very little cooldowns on all your abilities. So, but it's so fun. I mean, like I said, it's I've been playing it for 2 years, and it's definitely my favorite game.
So it's a first-person shooter then?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. And so I guess there's no really like quest or anything to do, right? You said it was a Halloween event. What does the Halloween event mean?
So there'll be new skins, and some of the maps are decorated. And you get arcade game. The Junkenstein's Revenge is a game that's only around during Halloween and anniversary, I think sometimes, because they'll during the anniversary event they'll interchange all the holiday events and let you play all the different games they have. But it's just the skins I always really look forward to, and the games also. The Junkenstein's, like I said, Junkenstein's Revenge is my favorite. So
Awesome.
and Halloween's just awesome, anyways.
All right, so let's go to the chat questions. Once again, don't forget to get your questions in for VaJaJay80, JJ or J, as I like to call her. Tag Fighter X1 Gaming. So Fighter X1 Gaming actually has their own chat question. They want to know, what is your favorite song to sing?
Oh wow. Probably my favorite song. It's gonna be either "Separate Ways" by Journey or "Bring Me to Life" by Evanescence.
Awesome. Short and sweet. Why are those your two favorite songs? Let me follow with that question up with that.
I think that both those songs show off the range of my voice. I'm pretty loud. I have a pretty strong singing voice, so they're both just super fun to sing, and I've gotten the most compliments when I do those.
Awesome. Symphonic 313 in Twitch chat wants to know, what's the first video game you remember playing and around what year, if you remember?
Oh, it was probably, God, how old was I? Whenever the Atari came out, I was probably 5 or 6. So this is like 85, 86. And Call the Conqueror on my Atari is the first game I remember playing.
The Conqueror, Atari, all the name drops.
Oh, Call the Conqueror was the best.
You're dating yourself. I'm just saying. It's all right though. You're still beautiful. Zippy the Cat asked numerous questions, so let's just take these one at a time. How do you keep up with a streaming schedule is his first question.
Right now, unfortunately, I can't keep up with a streaming schedule. I would love that that in the future where I have a set schedule, but now it's really just when I can.
Very nice. The next question is, how do you get back to streaming after taking a long break? So how long has your current break been? And how do you get back? So this is your first stream back tonight, and you've been off for a good bit. So how long have you been off, and what makes you want to hit that go live button as soon as we end here?
I think it's been almost a month since I've streamed. And I've missed it a lot. I just miss the interaction. Like I said before, feeling down, feeling bad, sad, whatever. It always helps. So I know since I've been away for so long, I need it. I need it right now.
So yeah, that's very important. Your personal health and depression, right? Like that's something that I think that everybody in chat, and even me, I suffer from manic depression. So how do you deal with that? How do you push through that, or do you push through that?
I'm trying. So usually in the past with depression, I just kind of I retreat. I stop talking to everybody. And I'm starting to learn that that's not the best way to do it. And now that I have people that I can go to and talk to when those things are happening, that means a lot. I mean, yeah, the depression when it hits,
It hits like a brick wall. Like,
yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm trying. I'm trying to get through it. I'm trying to figure out ways to get past it. It's been pretty difficult, but Um, I have a feeling. I mean, just being on right now, this is nice, and I need that social interaction. So I'm looking forward to streaming.
And then, do you have any discords you want to plug? Any communities you love being a part of, and you want to give them a shout out at this time?
Um, well, Grizzly Nation definitely. Like I said, I've been there for a long time, and I've gotten a lot of support from them. Obviously, Fighter X1 Gaming is amazing. Those are really the two. Toxic Shatter Gaming is also a really great one to join up. They're really supportive as well. So right now, those are really the three that I'm a part of.
And let's actually talk about that. So we talked about networking a little bit earlier, but how do you manage your time? So you're part of 3 Discord communities. You stream. You have your, we'll call it a 9 to 5, even though it's an overnight shift. How do you manage your time shuffling all of those different things, especially since you have two young, well, you have one that's going to college. So that's a whole nother animal, right? Because he's got college applications to fill out.
Yep.
And then, you've got a daughter that's also pretty young. She's going through, elementary school, and then she'll be going into middle school and going through some personal body changes here shortly. How do you and then you got to cook dinner and you got to provide for your family as well. So how do you find the time to manage as a mother, because women do so much more than men in the home life? Like, I'm a man, and I'm not dissing any other men. Like, fathers that are in their children's life is so important, and it's a great thing, but I still believe that women still pull more of the workload than men do. So you're a mother, and then you do all of this other stuff to support other people. How do you find the time, and how are you so superwoman?
I'm not. Believe me, that's why I had to take a step back, because I was doing so much as far as supporting and streaming and trying to keep up in Discord and everything, that it was overwhelming. And I I don't know. I have to realize I can't do all of it. I was losing a lot of sleep. I was barely sleeping. There were days I would go 2 to 3 days without sleeping, because I was just doing
Wow.
too much. And so taking a breather, I'm going to do what I can. I can't promise to be in everybody's stream all the time, but I do what I can. I'm gonna do what I can without sacrificing, um, sleep or mental health. But I mean, I would like to get back to being a little bit more supportive. I know I've missed a lot of people that usually would watch almost every day. So,
Well, we appreciate you whenever you can join. So Zippy the Cat also asked, what motivates you to want to come back to? I think we covered that, though. You suffered through the depression. You just want to make sure that you can.
yeah.
We won't make you repeat your answer on that. What keeps you burnt? What keeps you from getting burnt out from doing too much? That's also a Zippy the Cat question.
It's just taking a break. I mean, putting the phone down and the laptop down, and closing Twitch for a minute, and you know,
Just a minute, though.
yeah, I know, just a minute, but just taking a break, like I said, because I did get burned out from doing too much, and I'm just gonna pace myself. You can't be Superwoman. I can't be Superwoman. I want to be, but I can't. So I'm going to do what I can when I can, and that's just going to have to be okay.
And it is perfectly okay, and we love you for it. Symphonic 313 in the Twitch chat said, "Moms are the real MVP." Zippy the cat said all the love to VaJaJay. She needs all of the
Aw.
hugs. The Rippers also said love VaJaJay. So
Aw.
you're definitely feeling the love
love
in
you,
Twitch
please.
chat. So a couple more questions, unless anybody else. Once again, if you have any questions for VaJaJay, make sure to post them in chat and tag Fighter X1 Gaming, so that you can get your question asked on stream. If not, I'm sure VaJaJay will love to answer your questions during her stream as well.
Mhm.
All right, so Fighter X1 Gaming's funny tonight. He said, "Moms get the love, and dads get the jokes."
Dad jokes. He's so,
Dad
so
jokes,
punny.
exactly.
So punny.
Yep. Zippy the cat wants to know, how do you make sure to interact with chat and not get too focused on the game and the chat? Like, how do you balance the two out, right? Because that's something that I fight with. Is if I'm playing a game, it's hard to make sure you're keeping up with what chat's asking and playing the game at the same time. So how do you balance that?
I have the same problem. I've learned that there are certain things that I can do while I'm streaming that take away from me interacting with chat. I'm already not the best at it, so I try. Like when I play DBD, I don't play killer anymore on stream because I can't look at the chat and play killer at the same time. So it's just
Sure.
knowing. I don't know what your limitations are, and I really every time I stream, I really try to keep my eyes focused on chat because I don't want to miss anything. I've missed like a big raid once, and I felt like a total butthead. So I try. I try.
So
There's
you take
no
the Aerosmith approach and you don't want to miss a thing.
right. I don't want to miss anything, but I do all the time. But there's no secret. I mean, I just I try. That's it.
So is it easier with some games, do you think? So for me, I don't like playing some games because I feel like I ignore chat. So I just don't play those games on stream. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's already Overwatch can be a little difficult because you really, you can't pause the game or anything. It's you keep going, but uh, I don't know. I've found the balance, and DBD is the same way. I mean, you probably hide in a locker and just chat. I've seen a lot of people do that, um, which I'm like, that's a really good idea. I should be doing that more often. But yeah, like I said, the first time I played Killer DBD on stream, I missed so much. I don't think I looked at the chat one time, and I thought, okay, I can't do that again. I just felt too bad. So I feel like I was ignoring everybody.
So Fighter X1 Gaming said, just ignore me in chat and you'll be good.
Can't do that.
And then the last question comes from the Rippers One. Can you sing for us?
I think Ty has a recording. I think that's going to work out just fine, right?
That's
Right, Ty?
yep. I have a recording. So when we go to raid you, I'll play that recording.
Okay.
Anything else you want to talk about tonight?
I'm glad to be here. I mean, Fighter X1 Gaming, the Discord's been amazing. And there's just so much support and love, and I'm so happy that I got to do this.
We greatly appreciate having you on. So you're going to be playing Overwatch. We already talked about that. Is there anything particular that you'll be trying to accomplish tonight in your Overwatch gameplay?
Not really. Just maybe get a couple loot boxes. I've been really unlucky on skins so far, so I would like to try to get a couple loot boxes and maybe get something really good.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the stream tonight.
Thank you.
Where can people find all the stuff that they need to find on VaJaJay? Like, don't Google VaJaJay, guys.
Don't Google this VaJaJay. Well, VaJaJay80 and Twitter is pretty much what I use the most. And I mean that's really it. Just on Discord, but mainly Twitter. That's what I mainly use.
I think we have a command that will list all of your things. Let me try to put that in here. There you go. There she is on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. I'm so glad that you came on the show tonight, though.
I'm glad. I'm also. I mean, this was very nerve-wracking. Like I said, it's the first time. Like most people, I think, are really seeing my face. So.
Well, it's a beautiful face, and I'm glad you shared it with us. And we'll see you playing some Overwatch here in a few minutes, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Right. Thank you again, and we'll talk soon.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye.